What up, guys? Yeah, we've got another pumpkin beer coming at you. This one's a little different. This is Pumpking Nitro Imperial Pumpkin Ale out of Southern Tier Brewing Company in New York. It is, it is Nitro again. And I just want to, before I crack it open, make sure sometimes you got to spin it. Sometimes I don't want you to spin it. Sometimes you want a hard pour. See if they give me any instructions. No. So I'm gonna guess this is a hard pour. I don't even know because there's no widget. This is kind of annoying. Like, if it's a widget, you know how to pour. If it says hard pour, you know how to pour it. I don't know how to pour this. So hopefully this works well. And I'll get into the spiel in a bit. So let's see. I apologize if I'm doing this wrong. I'm used to just being hard pour if it's not. Alright, still got a dab. But okay, while this goes down, I think, yeah, it poured pretty well. I mean, that's nice. That's nice. But anyways, I like Southern Tier. Southern Tier is really great with the flavored beers. Usually, I've found that they either crush it, just knock it out of the park, or just swing and a miss. But I'm always willing to try them because they do make the effort of attempting something just like that's like it's out there. They try it, so I like that. They don't kind of like skip around the flavors. If it's gonna be like any flavor, chocolate, pumpkin, whatever, you're gonna know it's chocolate, pumpkin, or whatever when you have it. So I like that. It is an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I didn't read that when I bought it. I just saw pumpkin and nitro. I was like, all right, let's give it a whirl. I like trying a good nitro. I feel like for the when I do nitro beers, I feel like I need like an extra category, and that's the pourable head. Because sometimes those nitro beers just suck ass with the head. But this is, I gotta admit, this is nice. This is a nice pour. You know, you got a solid almost 2 inches, and there's still, I mean, you got a little bit left in here. But also, this is. So yeah, it's 13.6 fluid ounces, and it is 8.6 ABV. I do not believe they say, they don't give any IBUs or anything else like that, but again, 8.6. So there's that. I don't think we're going down any further. It is, probably can't see this all too well, but that is nice creamy head. That is probably some of the best nitro head pour I've gotten from a non-widget. I'm really impressed with that. So, I guess the hard pour worked. I'm guessing that's how I was supposed to do it. But, alright, let's get in the review, get into the smell, and see if I can get any kind of aroma out of this thick head going on. Alright, you definitely get the pumpkin, so you can smell that. And it does have more of that kind of pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie aroma. I forgot to move the dog's water. Yeah, but really strong on that pumpkin aroma. It smells like there might be a bit of like a malted barleyness when I get to tasting it. Maybe, I'm gonna guess that's what's happening, but I'm kind of just guessing at how it smells. But really, very, very pronounced pumpkin, which I like. If I want a pumpkin beer, I want it to be pronounced. So I like the aroma and everything going on. Thank you. I like the aroma going on, and I'm going to recommend it for that. So, all right, let's get into the taste. It is downright hard to get to that. Oh yeah, you definitely the initial bit. The initial is definitely pumpkin. That's the tip. And then you really get into that malted barleyness. It is very, very pronounced. If you didn't know it was 8.6 ABV, by looking at the can, you would know it when you sipped it. You'd be like, yes, this is going to be a stronger ABV. You can tell with that, with what's going on with that. It has, the head's nice. It's definitely a nice creaminess to it. I'm trying to think. I'd like to try the non-nitro version. I don't know if it's necessary to have this nitrified or whatever. It might smooth it out a little bit. I'm going to guess it smooths out the top a bit. It makes that kind of like that very pronounced bite of that malted barleyness. I'm going to guess that it kind of smooths it. I know I've had a pumpkin from them before, but I don't think it was an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I think it might have just been a regular. But I would like to try the normal one to see if the nitro is just more gimmicky or if it actually it works. But just in general, it's a nice change of pace. That's at least definitely true. I wish more places kind of experimented with the nitro element. I think it works well. This one is definitely a sipper. There is enough pumpkin to let you know it's there. I like it. It's not super overpowering, but you always know the pumpkin's there. There's no doubt that it's a pumpkin beer. Very pumpkin-y. It has maybe, I think I'm getting a bit of nutmeg in there. I always get nutmeg and clove kind of mixed up. Oh yeah, I'm sticking with nutmeg. I think it's a bit of nutmeg. Not much on the cinnamon end of this. It doesn't have like that cinnamon apple thing going on. Just straight pumpkin, bit of nutmeg, very pronounced barley maltedness going on. So pour the rest of it in. But I think for an Imperial Pumpkin Ale, it's good. And if you're a little weary on like the pumpkin aspect, I think you could probably still get into this. The pumpkin is definitely always there. You're not going to miss it. But it's because the Imperial element of it is so just like, not going in your face, but that's so prominent. It prevents that pumpkin taste from really kind of becoming overbearing for if you don't like that. It almost, like, the pumpkin is, like, for me, the first thing that I tasted, but the rest of it came up so quickly that it didn't really let the pumpkin linger. So I feel like if you're kind of, like, on the fence with pumpkin stuff, this, and you like an Imperial thing, absolutely go for it. I think you'll like this. I'm not sure, like, I like that they did nitro with it. I do like that it's creaminess. I don't know if it really adds much to it, other than just it's a different drinking experience, but I don't know if it really heightens it. You know, I mean, it's an ale. It's a strong ale. I don't know. You know, I like nitro stuff, nitrogen stuff, so I'm glad that they did it. So yeah, but I would recommend it for taste. I think if you really like pumpkin or you're kind of on the fence, I think this is definitely worth something to check out. So yes, I'll recommend it on taste. Next category is value price, and this is the one thing that really gets me hung up on Southern Tier. Their beers tend to be much more expensive. I'm not going to pretend like I know how insane the brewing process is there. They are always using different flavors, and they've never tasted chemically to me. I'm pretty sure they always use like the real thing, or most of the real thing. So that probably increases the price, but it's always substantially more expensive than really any other beer I'm buying. I think this one can alone was at between $5 and $6. I mean, you know, it was like half the price of the other 5 beers that I bought with it. So get one of them. If you buy like a 4-pack, whatever this thing comes in, that's gonna be a little pricey. So I say, I mean, still definitely check it out, but keep in mind this is gonna be like a $5 or $6 single. So the price is tricky. I'm probably not gonna recommend it on price. It's just so much more expensive than most micro beers out there that non-IPAs, and even. I guess it is an Imperial Pale Ale, so is it an IPA? I mean, Imperial Pumpkin Ale. So, maybe this is an IPA. I just changed pale for pumpkin. I don't know. But, just talking out loud now. All their beers are much more expensive than really any other non-IPAs you're going to get. That's just, you got to expect that when you're getting a Southern tier. So that's always the one hiccup. Like, man, I like their flavored stuff, but they're so much more expensive. So keep that in mind. I'm not going to recommend it on Dive Price. Next category is distinction. How distinct is it? And yes, it is. I mean, I think it works pretty well. The pumpkin's nice. It's not overbearing, but it's there. The stronger beer taste is there, and I think they do a nice job of blending the two together. They don't seem like they're fighting for attention. They kind of they have a nice melting pot meeting place for the two of them together. So I like that. I don't think I've ever had this kind of a mixture before. I don't know if I've had a pumpkin nitrogen beer before. It's a nice change of pace. You know, if you just want something totally different from what you're drinking, a pumpkin Imperial Pale Ale Nitro is probably going to be totally different from what you're drinking right now. So, distinction, yes, I will recommend it for that. All right, next category is drinkability. And, I mean, we're knocking on the door of 9%. I mean, we're at 8.6, so you got that. That's a solid. I'm going to guess the Nitro just makes it smoother. Again, I'm going to have to try out the regular one just to see. But I'm not going out on a very big limb to say that it's probably smoother, and so that does help it to drink easier. It's a nice beer. I don't know if I drink more than one of them. I think after one, it'd be like, okay, I'm good. I don't need it. I think a second one might be a little too much pumpkin at that point. For me, I like a good pumpkin, but in moderation. Definitely moderation. So I'm going to give it a half on drinkability. It works pretty well, but I think after the one can, I'm cashed out. I'm not going to be reaching for another one of this. It's kind of like this is a one-off for me. And last category is would I buy it again? It's interesting. I'm probably not the biggest Imperial anything fan. I don't need these super high ABVs on my beers. Sometimes that's just how it goes. But it's not like I'm hunting it out. So that doesn't necessarily do anything for me. Again, it's one of those I wouldn't be anti if somebody gave it to me, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to go seek it out. Again, it's like $5 to $6. It's probably a one-off. I'll give it a half again. I'm not going to say never, but I probably won't get it again. It's just, I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I tried it. it's not going to go in my everyday rotation. I think if I get a pumpkin beer, I'll probably just get a regular ale that I can like just crack open and drink out of the bottle by a campfire or something like that. This is a little process laden with the the nitro and everything. But I am glad that they did nitrogen. I like that places experiment with that. This beer, they don't say anything really about the flavors. It just says ale brewed with pumpkin and natural flavor added. Whatever natural flavor is, you know, like orange number 67. So they don't really tell you anything else about the beer. But, alright, that is my review of Southern Tier Brewing Company's Pumpking Nitro Imperial Pumpkin Ale. What do you think? Have you had it before? Does this sound intriguing enough to you for you to be willing to pay more than your average micro or anything like that? Does the nitrogen aspect, does that push it over the top? Are you like, okay, I don't have a lot of nitrogen beers, I'm willing to give that a whirl. I'd like to get into more nitrogen beers, but they're few and far between. But this is one of them, and it was a solid hit. I'm gonna throw out an extra category for nitrogen beers. I'm gonna recommend it on the pour. It was one of the better nitrogen non-widget pours I've had out of a can. I don't know if I was supposed to hard pour it. I did it. It worked. So there's that. But yeah, that is the review. So like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and stick with this channel. A lot of good stuff coming up soon. So anyway, so for myself and for Southern Tier Brewing Company's Pumpkin Nitro Imperial Pumpkin Ale, take it easy.